Question 1. A manufacturing company has an on-premises data center but needs AWS storage. Data should be stored in AWS but accessed with low latency. The solution must integrate with on-premises servers. Cost should be minimized. Which solution should be used? Options: A. Amazon S3 with AWS Storage Gateway. B. Amazon EBS Snapshots to store data. C. Amazon Glacier for low-cost archival storage. D. AWS Backup for regular data transfers. Correct answer: A. Amazon S3 with AWS Storage Gateway. Explanation. Storage Gateway provides local caching for low-latency access. S3 stores data cost-effectively while being accessible from on-premises. Reduces infrastructure costs while maintaining performance. Why not other options? Option B. EBS snapshots are not designed for hybrid storage. Option C. Glacier is for archival storage, not low-latency access. Option D. AWS Backup is for backups, not hybrid storage. Question 2. A government agency needs to securely transfer sensitive data between its on-premises data center and AWS. Data should be encrypted in transit. A private, dedicated connection is required. High bandwidth is needed. Which service should be used? Options: A. AWS Direct Connect with MASEC encryption. B. Site-to-site VPN with AES 256 encryption. C. AWS Transit Gateway with public IPs. D. Use SCPs in AWS organizations to restrict access. Correct answer: A. AWS Direct Connect with MASEC encryption. Explanation. Direct Connect offers a dedicated private network connection. MASEC encryption ensures end-to-end security. Provides higher bandwidth than VPN. Why not other options? Option B. VPN uses the public internet, reducing security and performance. Option C. Transit Gateway is for managing multiple VPCs, not hybrid connectivity. Option D. SCPs control access, but do not secure data in transit. Question 3. A global e-commerce company runs its website on AWS. It must ensure availability in case of a regional failure. A backup region should be ready to serve traffic. The solution should be cost-effective. Which DR strategy should be used? Options: A. Multi-region active-active with Route 53 latency routing. B. Warm standby with minimal resources running in the backup region. C. Pilot light with data replication but no running instances. D. Backup and restore using Amazon S3 and Amazon RDS snapshots. Correct answer: C. Pilot light with data replication but no running instances. Explanation. Pilot light keeps the essential resources in a secondary region. Data is continuously replicated, and instances can be scaled up when needed. Cheaper than warm standby and faster recovery than backup and restore. Why not other options? Option A. Active-active is expensive and unnecessary for Doctor. Option B. Warm standby is costlier since some instances are running. Option D. Backup and restore has a longer recovery time. Question 4. A media company wants to process videos on demand. Processing should be scalable. No servers should be managed. Processed videos should be stored in Amazon S3. Which architecture is best? Options: A. Amazon EC2 with auto-scaling processing jobs. B. AWS Lambda with Amazon S3 triggers. C. Amazon ECS with AWS Fargate. D. Amazon Elastic Transcoder. Correct answer: B. AWS Lambda with Amazon S3 triggers. Explanation. Lambda is fully serverless and scales automatically. S3 triggers Lambda to start processing as soon as a new video is uploaded. No need for manual infrastructure management. Why not other options? Option A. EC2 auto-scaling is expensive and requires management. Option C. ECS with Fargate is serverless but complex for simple tasks. Option D. Elastic Transcoder is deprecated and not recommended. Question 5. A financial services company has an on-premises data center and AWS workloads. They transfer large amounts of data daily. They need to minimize data transfer costs. A private connection is preferred. Which service should be used? Options: A. AWS Site-to-Site VPN. B. AWS Transit Gateway. C. AWS Direct Connect. D. Amazon S3 Transfer Acceleration. Correct answer: C. AWS Direct Connect. Explanation. Direct Connect provides a dedicated private connection. Reduces outbound data transfer costs compared to VPN. Higher bandwidth and lower latency than VPN. Why not other options? Option A. VPN is cheaper but incurs higher data transfer costs. Option B. Transit Gateway is for managing multiple VPCs, not hybrid setups. Option D. S3 Transfer Acceleration is for global uploads, not hybrid connectivity. Question 6. A company runs internal APIs for multiple teams. Only internal users should access the APIs. Authentication and authorization should be managed centrally. Cost should be optimized. Which architecture should be used? Options: A. Amazon API Gateway with IAM authentication. B. Application Load Balancer with Cognito authentication. C. AWS Lambda with Secrets Manager for authentication. D. Run an API on an EC2 instance with Nginx proxy. Correct answer: A. Amazon API Gateway with IAM authentication. Explanation. API Gateway integrates with IAM for fine-grained access control. No need to manage authentication manually. Pay-per-use pricing optimizes costs. Why not other options? Option B. ALB authentication is for public-facing APIs. Option C. Lambda with Secrets Manager is not a scalable authentication solution. Option D. EC2 with Nginx requires manual security configurations. Question 7. A smart city project is collecting IoT sensor data. The data is accessed rarely but should be stored long-term. Storage costs should be minimized. Retrieval time can be minutes to hours. Which storage class should be used? Options: A. Amazon S3 Standard. B. Amazon S3 Intelligent Tiering. C. Amazon S3 Glacier Deep Archive. D. Amazon EFS. Correct answer: C. Amazon S3 Glacier Deep Archive. Explanation. Deep Archive is the cheapest storage for rarely accessed data. Retrieval times of minutes to hours are acceptable for IoT data analysis. Why not other options? Option A. S3 Standard is too expensive for long-term cold storage. Option B. Intelligent Tiering is more expensive than Deep Archive. Option D. EFS is for frequent file access, not archival storage. Question 8. A startup is deploying a machine learning model that processes images. High-performance GPU instances are required. The solution should scale automatically. Cost should be minimized when there is no traffic. Which architecture should be used? Options: A. Amazon EC2 with auto-scaling using GPU instances. B. AWS Lambda with GPU support. C. Amazon SageMaker with auto-scaling. D. Amazon ECS with GPU-enabled Fargate. Correct answer: C. Amazon SageMaker with auto-scaling. Explanation. SageMaker automatically scales ML workloads. It provisions GPU resources only when needed. No need to manage infrastructure manually. Why not other options? Option A. EC2 auto-scaling requires manual instance management. Option B. Lambda does not support GPUs. Option D. ECS with Fargate is more suited for containerized apps, not ML. Question 9. A growing e-commerce startup needs a highly available database. It must handle millions of read requests per second. The solution should be cost-effective. Minimal management overhead is required. Which database solution should be used? Options: A. Amazon RDS with multi-AZ deployment. B. Amazon DynamoDB with on-demand scaling. C. Amazon Aurora serverless. D. Amazon ElastiCache for Redis. Correct answer: B. Amazon DynamoDB with on-demand scaling. Explanation: DynamoDB scales instantly to millions of requests. On-demand pricing eliminates upfront costs. Fully managed with built-in replication. Why not other options? Option A. RDS is not optimized for high-read workloads. Option C. Aurora serverless is good but not as scalable as DynamoDB. Option D. ElastiCache is for caching, not a primary database. Question 10. A company with 500 remote employees needs to securely access AWS resources over a VPN. The VPN should support high availability. It must integrate with on-premises corporate infrastructure. The solution should be scalable. Which service should be used? Options: A. AWS site-to-site VPN with BGP routing. B. AWS client VPN with Active Directory authentication. C. AWS Direct Connect with VPN failover. D. Amazon OpenVPN running on EC2. Correct answer: B. AWS Client VPN with Active Directory authentication. Explanation: AWS Client VPN allows remote employees to securely connect from anywhere. It integrates with Active Directory for authentication. Fully managed, no need to set up EC2-based VPN servers. Why not other options? Option A. Site-to-site VPN is for connecting on-premises data centers, not individuals. Option C. Direct Connect is expensive and not needed for remote employees. Option D. OpenVPN on EC2 requires manual setup and maintenance.